It's been a rough morning. Nora woke up at 4:30 a.m. Why? And she had a hard time getting into school today. I forgot to bring her snow pants in. And so I thought, I need a win. And my win is a book haul. Welcome. I've got an enormous stack because it's been a hot minute since I've done a little book haul for you all. And so here we are. I hope you have your coffee, a snack, a coffee. The first two books that I want to share with you are books that publishers sent my way. Very much looking forward to reading these. Night Watching is first. This was kindly sent to me by Penguin Random House Canada. Thank you guys so much for sending this over. This is a wintry setting. We've got a woman home alone with her two children. She's tucking her child into bed in the middle of the night, back into bed, and suddenly she hears a noise downstairs and realizes that there are intruders in the house. And she tries to usher her children this way and that through the night to try to get away from the intruder. It sounds terrifying. And listen to this quote by Ashley O'Drown, who wrote The Push. "The most gripping psychological thriller I've ever read. Heart-thumping and mesmerizing, a masterclass of tension and terror. It's also a creative, thoughtful portrait of maternal fear and love, a must-read." And so I must read it. This has just come out. It's pretty brand new. So we're going to read the first line. I'm very much looking forward to reading this one. "There was someone in the house." See, that's a good, solid first line. There was someone in the house. I'd say it's like a 4-star first line, because you're automatically intrigued and automatically a little bit scared, but it doesn't blow me out of the water, if that makes any sense. The Fury by Alex Michaelides. This was sent to me by Celadon Books, and this is his latest, and it follows a group of friends. Every year, Lana, a reclusive ex-movie star, invites her closest friends in the world to a Greek island for Easter. It's a private island, and I think it's kind of hard to get in and out of the island as well. And then the island is shut off, essentially cut off, I should say, from the rest of the world due to a windstorm. And tensions rise, and by the end of their stay, a murder has occurred. I don't know who is telling the story, though. It says that his name is Elliot Chase, but I don't know his position in the story, and that is also intriguing. There's like a mystery within a mystery. So the first line of this one, prologue: "Never open a book with the weather." What? I don't even understand. Never open a book with the weather. No idea what that means. So the next few books are all books that I have bought myself, and this next one I found at a library, which I always enjoy picking up books, used books at libraries. And this is Birnam Wood. I've heard a lot of hype about this book. It's climate fiction. It follows a world in which there is a landslide that has ruined a lot of things. It's cut off a town. And we follow a woman named Mira. She is in charge of a farming community called Birnam Wood. They garden. But then it says there's like guerrilla gardening. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds, I guess that could be tied to climate change, I suppose. Probably could. When this landslide occurs, she has the opportunity, along with the rest of Birnam Wood, to occupy a farm at Thorndyke, which is a town. And she would actually be able to get ahead at this point. I think they've always very much struggled. But there's a millionaire named Robert Lemoyne who's also interested in the area. because he wants to build an end-of-time bunker. And he makes Birnam Wood an offer that would set them up for the long term. And can she trust him or not? It sounds very weird. I've heard it's got a bit of a fast-paced mystery kind of vibe, but the way that it's described, it doesn't sound like that. But who knows? Let's read the first line, shall we? The Karowai Pass has been closed since the end of the summer, when a spate of shallow earthquakes triggered a landslide that buried a stretch of the highway in rubble, killing 5 and sending a long-haul transport truck over a precipice where it skimmed a power line, plowed a channel down the mountainside, and then exploded on a viaduct below. Oh God, that's awful. Not a 5-star first line. Very long first line, which I don't know if I enjoy or not. But we'll see. I'm going to give it a whirl. Have you guys read that? Because I'm like, is that for me? Is it not for me? I don't know. The next thing I want to show you is a whole series that I haven't started reading. It's a long series of 5 books, long books. Haven't read them, hadn't heard about them really before Lauren from Lauren on the Books just went on and on about the series, and I knew I had to read it. This is the Cazalet Chronicles by Elizabeth Jane Howard. Now, I'm going to tell you, I feel slightly disappointed that I don't have Lauren's copies because they're so wonderful looking. They all match. These all match too. There's nothing wrong with these. But those ones, there's like an illustration on them. They're just very good looking. But she's obsessed with this series, and it's historical fiction. And I love me some historical fiction. So I'm gonna, oh God, now that I have done that, they're all apart. Hold, please. This is definitely a book I'm gonna have to break the spine. It's not, you see, like it's not floppy. I'm gonna have to break that spine. The first is The Light Years in the series. So this is a book about a family. It is in between World War I and World War II. They have all gathered together as they do every summer to spend time together. But there's this undercurrent that war is on its way. And the boys in this family, at least, are quite nervous about that. I don't really know much more about it than that. It could be not my thing, and I'll have spent like, I don't know, $40 for not. But I feel like I'm going to like it. Lauren really liked it, the whole series, and I gotta trust the girl. You know, I've gotta trust her. Let's read the first line. Lansdowne Road, 1937. The day began at 5 to 7 when the alarm clock given to Phyllis by her mother when she started service went off and on and on and on until she quenched it. I like that. Not a 5-star first line, but I like it. I like that we're following the people taking care of the family as well as the family. I feel like I'm gonna need a little guide to the people in this book. Oh, here it is here. Look, we've got a list of the people, the Cazalet family and their servants. Okay, that's going to help me out, I think, and I might just need it considering we're starting, the story is supposed to be about the family, and yet we're starting with one of the servants. So in any case, looking forward to it. We'll see what I think. It's an enormous little package of books, but I think it'll be good. I think it'll be good for me, especially when I reach the end of my Maisie Dobbs obsession. I'm listening to those on audio, and I just can't get enough of them. And so when that ends, I feel like there's going to be this sad part in my soul. So I'll have to fill it, and I think maybe that will help me. Last book that I bought for myself, and then we're moving on to books that I was given for Christmas. I haven't even talked about Christmas books. Have I even done a haul this year? maybe not. Oh my gosh. This is a pre-order, one of the books that I pre-ordered because it sounded so good and I really liked their debut novel. This one is No One Can Know by Kate Alice Marshall. I really enjoyed What Lies in the Woods. This book follows a group of sisters. You have 3 sisters, Emma, Juliet, and Daphne. They left their childhood home very suddenly, never to return, except they're kind of forced to return. At least one of them is. Emma finds out that she's pregnant and her husband loses her job almost simultaneously. And so she has no choice but to move back to the family home. And she is reluctant to move back because the last time she was there, she witnessed her parents being killed. That would stop anyone from going back home, I would say. She's never told anyone what she saw that night and what happened that night. And when she moves back, this is like 14 years after, I'm assuming, a murder occurred. She moves back and she starts remembering things and also questioning whether her memory is correct. The story that she had told herself during those 14 years might not be what actually happened. And so she's trying to question things. All right, let's read the first line. Emma, then. She looks at the body of her mother sprawled in the hallway. Not a 5-star first line. I wish it was a little longer. See, isn't that funny? One of the books I just read, I was like, can't stand how long that sentence is, and here I wish it was longer. I'm going to start with the 3 books that my mom gave me. First up is the book that she actually gave me for Christmas. And this is The Pivot Year, 365 Days to Become the Person You Truly Want to Be by Brianna Wiest. A lot of people like, oh, maybe it's Wiest. That probably would make more sense. People really enjoy this author. I've read one book by her and really liked it. I enjoy that this is kind of random and that it's just like little chunks of wisdom. And I also like that it doesn't start January 1st. What a treat. So this starts anywhere. So day 35. So I could start on my birthday, theoretically. Let's start with day 1. The courage with which you enter today will become the fate that you meet tomorrow. So I will probably dig into that around my birthday, I think. She also got me a book called, I don't know what this is saying about me, but she got me a book called The Unflustered Mom. Never met one. How understanding the 5 anxiety styles transforms the way we parent, partner, live, and love. I do really like that they have 5 anxiety styles because moms are not all flustered for the same reason. So that does seem quite interesting. Let us read the first line of, whoopsie. Let's read the first line. The 5 flourish types. I remember lying awake one night imagining a house fire. Oh yeah, that resonates. Not a 5-star first line, but yeah, your mind can go into overdrive for sure. So I think this would be a good one at some point to read. I'll add it to my self-help list. And the last book here is a book that she got me that's fiction. She got this for me a long time ago. I think she read it, liked it, and passed it on. And it's just been on my shelves and I've never hauled it. I don't know why. This is The Anomoly. And I don't know anything about what it's about, so I'm going to read the back to you and we'll find out together. Who would be who if we had made different choices? What world would we be living in? In their own way, the passengers of Air France 6 were all living double lives when they boarded the Paris-New York flight. Blake, a respectable family man who covertly works as a contract killer. What? Slim Boy, a Nigerian pop star who uses his womanizing image to hide that he's gay. Joanna, a Black American lawyer pressured to play the good old boys game to succeed with her big pharma client. Victor, a critically acclaimed yet largely obscure writer suddenly on the precipice of global fame. About to start their descent into JFK, they hit a shockingly violent patch of turbulence, emerging on the other side to a reality both perfectly familiar and utterly strange. I don't know what that is. Is that a thriller? Oh, it says it's an elegant mix of science fiction and metaphysical mystery and is a thriller. So it sounds like it's just everything. Let's read the first line. Ooh. Okay. Okay, so we're starting with Blake. That's how we start. It's not the killing. That's not the thing. Okay, not a 5-star first line, but it is interesting. Why did this sit on my shelves for so long? In any case, who knows? Who knows my mind? Last but not least is a Christmas book, and is a book that I loved. I got this from the library once upon a time, many years ago. Really enjoyed it, and Barry got it for me for Christmas. This is Christmas Days, 12 Stories and 12 Feasts for 12 Days by Jeanette Winterson. And there's a story about a dog in here, a dog and a cracker that, yeah, I absolutely adored. I really do. I'm going to read the first line of that one, 181. Let's do it. Well, not reading the first line here. I'm breaking from my whole plan. No. Christmas cracker. It starts with Christmas Eve at the Cracker Factory, which is not a 5-star first line. Sadly. I should have just been a good girl and started with the actual first line of the actual first story called Christmas Tide. Wise men trekking across the desert following a star. Not a 5-star first line, but I'm so happy to have this. And I will read this every year, like absolutely. It's just so lovely. In any case, those are all of the books that I have been gifted, bought myself. Let me know in the comments below if you've read any of these and what you have thought. Also, especially with Birnam Wood, really don't know if it's for me. I don't know, a bit nervous about it, but also want to give it a shot. So let me know what you think, what you have been picking up as of late, and I will talk with you soon. Bye, guys.